Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to Tuesday's show. We're starting it off like we did last week. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to be talking about. We're going to roll the intro and then we are going to get this show started. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Kamala Harris. If you guys didn't know, her name is Kamala Harris. That would be Kamala Harris. She was on the Drew Barrymore show and it was a very cringeworthy episode. Only for the very weak-hearted, weak-minded type person. The audience, if it was even a real audience, applauded her. And we're going to talk about it. The other thing we're going to talk about are the recent campus protests regarding Palestine. Can't say that too loud. Otherwise, this live will be cut off quicker than you know it. But we want to definitely cover what's been going on at college campuses across the world. Lots of crazy stuff going on. We've got a lot to say, and we're going to try to say it as best we can so that we don't get demonetized. Then we're going to talk about Shalomi Sanders, the daughter of Deion Sanders. Her mother has taken to the internet to speak on Deion Sanders and his reaction to her daughter's choice on leaving Colorado State. I don't think it was a very good move for a mother to make, but we'll see what you guys think. Then we're going to give you a little bit of an update on Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, their divorce. There's some photographs that have emerged. We want to talk about it. I definitely want to get Soonie's input because she wasn't here last week when we talked about it. We're going to be talking about the new pride flag. It was revamped. Okay. It got a makeover. We've got all the deets for you on what each little color, each little line, each little shape, all the little designs and what they all mean. Then we're going to talk about Amanda Seales. Yes, she's still out there talking about her self-diagnosis, her autism, you guys. She's out there defending it. And we just can't quit her. So we're going to speak on all that. And then if we can get to it, I definitely want to talk about the Blair White interview where she was doing a dick tucking episode with primetime Alex Stein. She actually was on the episode to debate our friend Abel Garcia on trans lifestyle and all that stuff. But I know Soonie was pretty worked up about him standing up and tucking his dick on live TV. So yeah, we'll talk about all that. Please make sure you drop a comment below, say where you're watching from, say what's up, make sure you give this a like. And while the intro rolls, make sure you subscribe. We'll be with you in just a second.
You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Hey, I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. Thanks. Bro, I just want to say, every time you do that,
Yeah.
it's like super dope.
Yeah.
And like,
That
I don't ever need to do it. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna take myself out the ring. I can't do that.
Yeah. This is where I shine. See, like the camera's in front of me and I just me and the camera, you know. Oh, uh-oh, something just happened. Well, this is also where I shine. Taking over. I'm just gonna tap dance until Soonie comes back. What happened?
Damn.
What happened?
She almost rolled off the bed. The baby's
Oh
right
my
here, and I'm trying to get her to relax, and Scarlett almost took a tumble. If y'all ever seen that YouTube video, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go type it in and go look it up after the show. Though, don't wait.
Oh, right.
I mean, I said don't wait. Don't leave my show to go look at that video.
Yeah. Another thing you guys don't wait on, please like and subscribe. You know what's crazy is I was watching one of my favorite makeup influencers because I love to like watch that type of stuff. And I also watch, B Loves Life, who loves to eat and stuff. Soonie, all the influencers across the internet are getting they're getting hit with like the shadow ban thing. Like everybody is feeling what we're feeling, and everybody has taken to the internet to beg their fans to like, you guys, we really need you to do this. And now these are people with 8 million subscribers. Okay. Like we don't got 8 million subscribers, but I know enough of you guys watch and like support the channel And you don't realize like how much the comments help. Like if you guys could only see like how the wheels turn in the background and like what makes this thing run so that YouTube goes, oh, we need to, promote this podcast more because, there's activity happening, because all they care about is how it affects their channel. So the more you guys get hype, the more we get hype, the more YouTube gets hype, and everybody's happy. We got to make our pimps happy.
Yeah, bro.
YouTube is our pimp, man.
It's the only pimp I'm gonna ever have. I'm okay with that.
Hey, Donald loves the intro. Thank you, Donald.
Shout out to Donald. He actually shared this live on Facebook.
Yay. Thank you so much. Marlanda just got done giving a speech.
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss.
Where'd you give a speech?
Yeah, where did you give a speech and why did you give a speech? What's going on with that? Yo, my mic sounds amazing.
It really does. Sounds crisp.
Do I sound this great all the time?
No, it sounds like you sound good, but like it sounds like super duper like crisp today.
It does. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah,
it sounds amazing, boss.
Oh, college class.
I take evening classes. Don't be getting indoctrinated now. All right.
I'm getting a cramp.
I had to reprogram my child a couple days ago. I didn't get to tell you this, Mo.
Yeah.
My son, quick story before we get into our topics. My son comes home and we're on the car on the way back from school and he says, Mom, we were talking about rights today. And I was like, oh yeah? And he's like, yeah, I think it's cool. We were talking about water and they were like correlating it with a bunch of other things. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, okay. And he's like, yeah, but they asked me a question. And I said, what was the question? And then he was like, because we talk about our faith a lot in this house and why we oppose different things, right? So he's like, well, if someone doesn't want to say the Pledge of Allegiance because it goes against their religion, then I said they shouldn't have to say it. And I'm like, why? Number one, why are you having this conversation on a military? Like, we're a military family. Everything we do here is linked to the military.
Right.
The Pledge of Allegiance is linked to the Constitution, which is linked to the country, which is linked to what all these kids, their parents, they're all military members. And this teacher is asking them questions. Well, should someone have the right to not say the Pledge of Allegiance? Right. And I asked him, what's wrong with the Pledge of Allegiance? Can you point out anything wrong in the Pledge of Allegiance that would go against someone's religion? And he was like, well, nope. So we recited it together, had a conversation about freedom, about liberty, about, one nation under God. Are you okay?
Wait, I gotta stand. I literally, like
you gotta take a poop right now.
I gotta stand. I'm like getting a cramp. I'm getting a cramp. You know when you get those cramps like on your side? I'm getting a cramp. Just keep going.
Okay. So, okay. We went through all that, and I explained to him that there is nothing in the Pledge of Allegiance that violates anyone's freedom to religion. So me and my son are going on this journey of teaching him the Constitution, teaching him the Bill of Rights, and teaching him how to apply it in real life and how to combat. Your kids are growing up. They're teenagers. Anybody who has kids. My son is almost 13. He's about to be going to middle school.
Yeah.
You should know why he thinks these things. But I say all this to say that they're indoctrinating our children. I went through the curriculum. Okay. The curriculum is extremely bad this year. It was not this bad 2 years ago or even a year ago. It is bad. They are saying that the First Amendment, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this and show you guys, is a theory. They're teaching these children that it's a theory. And in theory, it should protect your speech, your freedom to religion. But there's too much debate about if it actually does. So let's examine why or how this may not be an absolute thing. I'm not playing with you. I swear to God. This was in my son's curriculum. I'm going to be once again documenting my journey, going to the school and questioning them about this specific curriculum and asking them, why are you teaching this to military children?
Man, but you really got to like record this and like show it, because last time you didn't show.
I didn't. I'm going to send you the clip. I just said, fuck it. I don't really care before.
And I'll edit it. And cut it up.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll email it to you because it's pretty long. But y'all need to be vigilant with your children and their schoolwork, with their who they're hanging with, what their teachers are talking to them about. Because sometimes your kids get home from school and they're like, "How was school? Good. What'd you learn? I don't know. I can't remember. Math.
Yeah.
Went to gym." They don't really get into detail.
Yeah.
I'm a nosy mom. Me and my kids. What'd you learn? What were some of the questions? What would your teacher say? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
So please foster that relationship with your kids, because I was pretty pissed off
That's scary.
knowing that they are teaching them to act like they have a choice or it's a right for them not to say the Pledge of Allegiance. That's fucking crazy, bro. Military children.
Yeah. 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 It's wild now. Like, it kind of goes hand in hand with two of the topics that we're going to talk about was the Amanda Seales interview and then the situation with Shalomi Sanders, right? Like where kids have this idea now, and I say kids, even though Amanda Seales is a full-grown adult, but like a story she was telling about when she was a kid, and she was like demonstrating how a teacher was racist because the teacher called her mom because Amanda had corrected the teacher, right? And so like she was clearly racist, and Shannon Sharp was like, or I don't know about you, but like when I grew up, it just wasn't tolerated. You don't correct adults,
Exactly.
But now kids like have this thing like, oh, I have the right to choose. No, the hell you don't. Okay.
No, you don't.
There's a certain point in your life where you have no choices. You do what the adult in your life that feeds you and clothes you and takes care of you says you are going to do. You don't take a step of your own choice.
What I said. That's
right.
Okay.
Exactly.
I would have a choice in this house sometimes, but most of the time it's like, because I said so, and I'm gonna tell you why I said so. So you better go do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Amanda Seales. Can we talk about her first, or would you rather start with something?
No. Let's talk about her, because I talked about her last week, but I wanted to hear what you had to say about it.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Amanda Seales is like, my husband gives this analogy of women. Majority of women do not age past the age of 18 mentally. It's like 17 and 18 were stunted in that mindset. And that's what I feel like. That's what I'm witnessing when it comes to Amanda Seales. I plan to do a whole series on that entire interview. I did that one video, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give this attention, this nonsense attention. This is what she wants, because she has relatively been silent. No one has heard from her since Insecure, which is why she's even on the tirade. If you guys don't know what Insecure is, it's an HBO series created by Issa Rae. It's actually, it's not good. It's ratchet, but it's entertaining to watch. I didn't finish all of it, but I did watch the show. So she had got ousted for being very problematic on that show, and just very problematic in general to work with. So she pretty much got blackballed.
Yeah.
And she's been blaming racism ever since.
And she only really works with Black people because she says, she's like, I only want to work in spaces for like in our spaces. Like that's what, first of all, I've like developed a new cringe towards people who use the word spaces. Shut up. Like what? What is a space? Like, what are you talking about? I want to be in a safe space.
I'm going to be in these spaces with other Black people that don't want to be around me.
Like, who cares? Oh, I don't know.
She got kicked out of that Black space because she was just pretty problematic to work with. And like I said, ever since, she's just been relatively out of the limelight. You don't really hear about her. If you do hear about her, it's because she's went on this very unhinged rant on her social media, and it's usually the T page is sharing her. So when she was on Shannon Sharp, I watched legit 10 minutes of it. Okay. And then I had to cut it off because I just can't. I'm not someone who can tolerate watching something like that. She's very unhinged. You're single, and she's like almost in her mid 40s.
40,
43?
Something like that. 43, 44.
You're single for a reason, which means you're probably insufferable, which would probably translate to why you can't get a job anywhere. And you look to be, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. You look to be the phenotype of what Hollywood seeks after to begin with. So if you have the look, you've been on TV since you were a kid, right? It's not like you haven't been around. Amanda Seales has been around for a fucking minute. This bitch is old in Hollywood years. She's been around. If they don't want to work with you, then that is a you problem. Like something is wrong with you that these people don't want to work with you because you have the image. It's your personality. So to sit there and watch her blame autism, number one, it was kind of offensive because I have a nephew with autism. There's YouTube channels that I watch with kids with autism because I like to see how their parents handle them. And they're actually going through an experience. I did it live. I think you watched it. Where I said, I think people who are just weird, socially awkward, and just not able to easily get along with people are using the excuse of autism to explain their just quirks and how quirky they are. And I think it does a disservice and it's kind of disrespectful to the people who actually are suffering with this. Yes. My nephew is nonverbal, right? He's verbal, but he's not very verbal. He can talk to you, but you know, he's not communicating like you and I here. And then you got her big old rich black ass, half black, whatever she is, complaining that she wasn't properly diagnosed because of racism. Oh yeah. And that we no longer call it Asperger's. This is what I reacted to because Asperger was a Nazi.
Even that's what I said last week. I said even Asperger's was racist. She even broke it down to Asperger's, honey.
Wait, well, you know, I wish I can't wait till I'm gonna speak it into existence when we have a studio, right? You know, when women are doing interviews and they gap their legs open and they kind of put their elbow here, and they start talking. That's a feminist.
Yeah, but like she has, but that's also, it's like feminism because you're trying to like take this masculine role.
Yes.
Yeah, in how you stance. But I was saying this last week. I was like, she also has this very like childlike thing about her too, because she likes to sit like crisscross applesauce and take her shoes off and like, dude, act like a grown woman, like be professional. You know what I mean? Like I saw her on a Hollywood Unlocked interview and she was like sitting there, like she's like this. And like all her mannerisms are like the mannerisms of like a little kid. That's probably why she diagnosed herself autistic. Like, see, that's the thing. I said, just because you're socially awkward doesn't mean you're autistic or on the spectrum or like if the people don't, or like people don't understand you doesn't mean you're autistic. You know what I mean? Like I have a friend whose daughter has what is the other one that she said didn't exist anymore? Asperger's. So her daughter has Asperger's and she's like, that's news to me that Asperger's doesn't exist anymore. she's like I have a child with Asperger's. She's like, that's news to me that it doesn't exist. So it's like Amanda Seales like makes shit up to like justify her actions.
Yeah, she's like, we don't call it that anymore. Who is we? This is when Shannon Sharp should have went a little black and been like, you speaking a whole lot of French. What's this we you talking about?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't say she was introverted. That's really all I have to say about her. I don't really have this grand expose because I thought she was just ridiculous. And I'm kind of mad that we're all giving her this attention, but I also understand it because it is so utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Listening to this woman talk, everything. I think this is a mental illness. Everything is racism.
Yeah.
Not a mental illness. Let me not say that. What's
a
better word?
It is that. It is a mental illness.
I feel like that's an excuse though. I do.
Well, and I hate to say this, okay? I hate to say this because this doesn't apply to all light-skinned people, okay? But there is a light-skinned issue that happens with some people. Like, no, and it's because I feel like they personally don't feel like they fall into a group, right? Everybody kind of wants to matter in a group. And her dad is black and her mom is from not Aruba. Where's her mama from?
Here you go with these feelings.
Well, but listen, Grenada. Her mom's from Grenada. Okay. So
Caribbean.
She's Caribbean, right?
Grenada.
Anyways, so she I think just feels like she doesn't belong. And the reason why I say that is because like 1 minute she's got sister locks in, the next minute she's got an afro, the next minute she's got, finger waves in her hair. Like 1 minute she's wearing like all the African colors, the next minute she's not wearing. Like I get it, because like I change my look a lot, but you add that on top of the everything's racist, everybody hates me thing. And then I start to say, okay, you got light skin issues. That's what it is that you don't feel like you belong because she said it herself. She's like, I have Black people tell me you don't belong in this space. Okay, don't let that bother you, girl. Like, if you feel like you identify more with the Black side of you, fine, let that be. If you feel like you identify with the white side of you, let that be what it is, but just be secure. Like, who cares? Like, own who you are. But she doesn't know who she is, and that's why it comes off as a mental illness.
Yeah. Okay, you said comes off, so
yeah.
Okay, bravo. You see, you did the nice wrapping. You know, when people take their time and wrap the present up and put the bow on top. Yeah, that was nice. I just think it's just crazy. I think she's hard to work with.
Yeah.
I think she did this to herself. I don't think that this is some existential being trying to come in and blackball her from her destiny. This is how she talks, the universe of destiny.
Yeah.
You're just problematic, Amanda.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you. Most light skins do suffer from this identity crisis of having to choose between both. So maybe that's just where she is. I don't know where she's at.
I think it stems from the mother.
You think it stems from the mother?
Yeah, it stems from the mother, because you know what she said? She said, my dad didn't know any better. I think my dad had autism too. And then she said her dad was bipolar. Those are words that come from a scorned ex-wife. Okay. Because her parents weren't together. She was raised by a single mother. So probably her mama told her, your daddy meant well, but he was narcissistic. He was probably on the spectrum, like those are teachings that come from your mother and of course your father as well. Right. So if you grow up in a broken home, of course you're going to feel broken with yourself.
That's true. Okay. Still though, like I get what you're saying and I agree. I just can't give her the label of, mentally ill. I think she's just got a bad personality. People like that exist, y'all.
Yeah.
Their personalities are just horrible. You don't gel well with people. You can't blend. I don't know. She seems like the type of person I would walk in a room and purposefully ignore everybody there to wait for them to come talk to her. Like, if I see you in a room and you're across the room, be like, yo, what's up? I'm still going to go do my own thing. Right. But I'm going to come over and talk to you. She seems like she just goes to the snack table and just picks from the snacks and gets a drink and then waits for somebody to come over and be like, oh, Amanda, oh my God, what's up?
If you don't say the right thing, this is out of her mouth. If you say, "Oh my God, I love your hair," she gonna roll her eyes, because you know what she knows. She knows that's you. That's you being racist, and you can't. You're not confronting your racial barrier. The racial.
Let's just give her the badge. You deserve. Shout out to you. I need to get a soundboard. That we need to play a sound. Yeah. Repeal the 19th. This is a woman who should not have the right to vote.
Oh man,
you shouldn't.
Yeah,
she shouldn't be deciding shit in our countries, because you know what she's gonna vote on? Racism.
Yeah, and she's a man hater. Did you know? Okay, that there was a football player, Myron Rolle. He was an ex-NFL football player turned neurosurgeon, and apparently Amanda had said that she had met him somewhere, right? And she had talked, publicly about how they were talking a little bit, blah, 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 blah. Well, some angry women slid in her DMs to say that Myron had sexually assaulted them at one point and she needed to stay away from him. And so she took back to her social media to publicly say about this man. She was like, oh, I'm not going to talk to him anymore because I heard from several women that he had like sexually assaulted them. Basically just saying that without having any proof, right? So he sued her for defamation. And he was like, this was, let me see, hold on. This was in 2019. Okay. So he turned around and sued her, and he was like, you better cease and desist right now because you're speaking lies. You have no proof. There's never been any accusations against me, blah, 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 blah. And she basically had to go like public and she didn't really do an apology. She just kind of said, I never came out and accused him. I was just saying what other people told me.
Girl.
Yeah. Messy.
Wow. See what I mean? That's fucked up, man.
That's why you ain't got no man's, girl, because no guy wants to touch that. And then Myron came out and he was like, this is how it really went down. Amanda slid in my DMs and I wasn't interested. And she was not happy that I turned her down. That's what he said.
She reminds me of the black version of Tommy Loren. But at least Tommy Loren, she's a little smart, She knows her politics. Ooh, I like that.
No, that's cool.
Vibe. She knows her politics a little bit.
Yeah.
But wow, I didn't know that. See, that's even more of a
red flag,
a notch on our belt. It is a red flag, but that goes to show even more why this is just a very problematic woman, and we should stop paying attention to problematic people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just not give them any more attention in 2024. Please.
I know, but I just can't quit them because they're such good talk, like they make such
content.
Yeah, they make good content. Listen, she was like, oh, you guys don't have a right to speak on my autism diet. Yes, the hell we do, because you went on Shannon Sharp and you spoke about it yourself. So you said it first and we have a right to comment.
Do you have any clips of her saying this shit? I did a very bad job of preparing for this show today, y'all. Hold on, the baby's on the move.
Okay, let me play some clips. Let me play some clips. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I hope you guys, this is actually, I hope you guys didn't miss this last week when I spoke about it. Hold on. I have a few clips I don't think I showed last week. Okay, so this first clip is about Amanda. It says Amanda Seales left speechless after Shannon Sharp seemingly brushes off children being racist towards her as quote unquote kids being kids. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier when she was talking about her experience in school and how she kind of felt like she had to deal with a lot of racism in school. Here we go, y'all.
Situation at Disney. I was there as the only black girl.
Okay.
And there was a whole crew. It's like 12 of us. And so I was called an N-word right there while I was there. And I was also bullied while I was there because I was told that you're only here because you're black. You can't really dance. You're just here because you're black. So don't get any ideas. So that's what I'm being told by the other children. Does that suffice as racist to you, or would you want to call it something else? Is that just kids being mean?
The kids. So let me ask you a question. As a child, you never said anything derogatory? You was just this model citizen as a child? I mean, children. Now, we're talking children, not talking adults. Now, if you told me the adults, parents were telling you this, or the execs or people that are in charge of Disney are telling you this, I could agree with it. But at 89, you're probably 8, 9 years of age. Maybe younger.
Look at her.
So you have no problem with the children that were cursing out Ruby Bridges and the Little Rock Nine?
Bro.
You see how Shannon should have got when, like, first of all, we're not talking about Ruby Bridges.
Yeah. We're talking about you.
Yeah.
This nigga, man.
Listen,
I
actually, for the most part, I was proud of how he did the interview. But then I feel like, and I understand why he did it, Soonie, because you have to understand, he's got a very successful platform where he can get people to come and talk for a reason. It's because of the environment that he creates, which is like, I'm not going to like press you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to like debate you. Yeah. That's his thing, right? And that's why they come to talk on Shannon Sharp's couch. So I understand why he did it. And he did try to push back on her a little bit, but after a while he just gave up because he was like, this is a no-win situation. Let's keep listening.
You think that was just them being kids?
Two things can be true. Kids can be kids and not function as an adult, and things can be wrong. And sometimes when kids say things, they're repeating what they heard. Oh, it's wrong.
So what about the children who are receiving it that know it's wrong? Does that not matter?
Yes.
So if I'm 10 and I'm receiving that treatment and I know it's wrong, does it make my experience of it less?
It doesn't make it any less valid. No.
So that's what we're here to talk about. My experience.
Yes.
What?
How
selfish.
I experienced that, and it was difficult. So that's the valid part of this. I'm not here to protect those people because it's irrelevant.
Wow. Did you? All I heard was me, I. Me, I. Number one, look, bro. You cannot make a judgment call off of your experience only.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a red flag for anybody. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Tammy Roman, I saw your comment talking about, well, if they told her she was there because she was black, then that falls in the racist category. Stop it. When they want to take away the options for you to be there solely for being black, you call that racist. When they embody what is it, DEI?
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one? Affirmative action, and they say, we want you here because you're black. It's racist. You can't have, this is not freaking Burger King. Okay? You can't have it your way. That was crazy.
Well, she did also get mad about Candace Owens being welcomed into black spaces.
Black.
Yes, I know. Okay. But she got mad about it. And she said, we can't just look.
Sometimes.
Oh, here it is.
And it's happened before. People in our community forget that they're black. And they try to appease a group of people that's probably never going to embrace them. And once they realize that, guess who's the first group to take them back?
I don't know her.
You know, I ain't say nobody's name, Amanda. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
How you know who I'm talking about? But we've seen this happen before. Rest his soul. O.J. Simpson, he had the famous quote, I'm O.J. I ain't black. Even Michael Jackson went through what he went through. Rest his soul.
Right.
Even Kanye had to be reminded.
What?
And now Miss Owens, who always, I don't want no black pilots. I don't want this. I don't want that. And now
she didn't even say that. Oh my God!
But before she gave us her butt to kiss.
Oh my God!
If I'm speaking out of turn, people, y'all correct me. But y'all know I'm telling the truth.
I'm gonna correct you.
You're talking about somebody that's always uplifted this community. And I was one of the first guys that had a viral moment with Cat Williams, and they couldn't wait. They couldn't wait to attack me. But Candace has given y'all her butt to kiss for 2 decades. In the moment, what they doing? They can't fire me. They can't fire me.
I'm so triggered, bro.
The hell you say? Now look at her.
I'm so triggered.
Whose fault is it? Oh, no. Let's not take that blame.
Let her back in.
Huh?
The spaces that let her back in.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's how we are. We're very forgiving people.
Who taught us to be that?
I do.
Who taught us that version of forgiveness? Do I need to do the lesson?
No, because I know.
Them slave owners taught us that version of forgiveness. They gave us a Bible called the Slave Bible. And this Bible had parts of it taken out. It had the parts of uprisings taken out. It taught about forgiveness because they needed to make it okay in their minds.
No matter how bad I treat you, at some point in time, I need you to forgive me for the wrongs I've done against you.
Because they had convinced themselves that it was still okay to keep people enslaved whose souls were saved.
Yeah.
Even though they knew that was counterproductive to the teachings that they had learned. So, we are oftentimes forgiving to our own detriment.
We are.
And listen, here's the thing. You know what the thing about forgiveness is that you should absolutely forgive people who ask for it.
Right.
Who ask for it.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay to forgive.
Redemption.
I don't forget. I just move on.
But redemption requires action.
Mm-hmm.
There are restorative justice practices that have to be implemented in order for atonement to truly take place. And when that's not the course of action, it looks like something else, right?
Yeah.
It looks yucky.
But-
It looks like capitalism. It looks like clickbait.
Yeah.
It looks like naivete. It looks dumb. And it looks
What the
insulting to anybody who has a
What
mind.
are you talking about? No,
And
no.
ultimately,
I can't take it anymore.
I will bring it back
can't.
to
Hold on.
what
It's almost
makes
over.
a black space at this point. Because when I create black spaces, Shannon Sharp, like Smart, Funny, and Black,
Right.
like my podcast, Small Doses, my radio show, The Amanda Seales Show, we literally do black accurate news. When I create black spaces, the word black in that context is always about community. You said it earlier.
Right.
So my problem, like you've already pointed out, is that I'm thinking, well, when they make a black space, it's also the same thing. But baby, I got kicked out of a black space. You know what I'm saying? I literally got kicked out of a black space by a black woman who sick black people on me, black men on me to remove me. So at this point, I understand that we can't just look at black people and say, is this skin folk or kinfolk? We got to look at black spaces. Is this skin folk or kinfolk? And all of these black media spaces that took her back in, all of these black media spaces that have just excoriated me for weeks, I look at them and say, you are simply black by name because you are white by commerce.
What?
Go on.
You are in an industry dominated by white people. Okay? They pay you to be on these movies because they control the music industry, Hollywood, and anything attached to a goddamn TV. So, ma'am, you are you are white by commerce by the same logic. What the fuck are black spaces? What are you talking about?
I told you. That's why I hate that spaces word.
How can I only be black in name? Bitch, I'm black. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Bro.
And I don't remember a time when Candace ever was accepted by the black community. I mean, I don't even think she really cared. I mean, yeah, she's been recently, like, black media has had her, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like that's one of the comments that I was like, Shannon, what are you talking about? I think Shannon should have Candace on his show.
First of all, Shannon Sharp, which nigga, you gay. I don't even care to be nice no more. You're gay.
No.
She didn't say she didn't want to be flufied by black people. She literally said she would be terrified to see a woman flying a plane. Please, if you're going to quote her or anybody else, make sure you quote them right. That's not what she said. Second of all, who died and made you King Dick of who gets into the barbecue? Well, we forgive, but we don't forget. Forget what? That she had her own mind and her own opinion? Are you kidding me? What has she actively done to stop black people from moving forward? Don't worry, I'll wait. Like, I don't, this stuff like this really offends me. It does. Because Amanda, you're barely accepted by black people, and you think that you have some sort of voting power as to who should be accepted and who should not. You don't want black people talking to Candace after complaining about black people doing to you exactly what they're doing to her. Like, do you not see the contradictions and hypocrisies within your statements? Difference is Candace bodies the fact that black people do this to her. And she makes a killing out of doing it. So much so that these black spaces that didn't want to accept her when she was on the revolt stage are now gaining millions of views, specifically from having her on their show. So who's winning out of this all? Because I'm trying to find your YouTube show, and where is it? You're on News One. Does anybody even know what that? Have you even heard of that network?
News One? No.
News One. You want to know why? Because it's black owned.
Oh, Amanda. Well, want to hear what she says about light skin versus dark skin?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Told several times, I don't like you because you're light skinned. Like, I get told, like, oh, you light skinned, you're not really black. But, like, I'm light skinned because My great-great-great-grandmother was raped
Right.
by James Uhl in Virginia, or in Maryland, I should say, who then subsequently had children every month after that for 12 months with other slaves that he owned. And
Can
he
you
put
pause
his
it?
name
Can you
on
pause
their
it
person.
real quick? How
Yeah.
do you have a baby every month after that for 12 months? Like, what? How do you have a baby every other month? Did you hear what she just said?
No, I just heard her say she was her grandmother was raped. What happened?
She was forced to have 12 children.
Oh,
And it was every other month. Like,
oh, wait, what?
Every other month after birth? Like,
Oh,
what are we
Lord.
talking- I'm sorry.
Maybe
Go
she
ahead,
meant
I'm
every other
sorry.
year. Every other year.
How the fuck do you know this?
And this means that I'm also possibly related to Robert E. Lee.
Oh my God.
I am light-skinned because my great-grandmother on my mother's side was raped by her boss when she was a maid
God.
in Grenada. So I just feel like we oversimplify in a way that feeds this white supremacist ideology instead of looking to each other to say, how do we starve it with love and loving each other? So, you know, I am not colorist. There are many times where I have had to consciously remove myself from spaces because these people don't know what they're talking about. And they're like, well, you're black, you know, like this designer in Russia wanted me to be the face of her Africa campaign. I said, ma'am, the only way I can do that is if I am partnered in equal level with a dark-skinned person from the continent.
Right.
And they were like, oh, you're just doing too much now. We don't even see race.
Don't you just love that one?
And it took me also a little bit to understand that colorism only works one way.
Right.
What?
I don't know if bullying is the right word for what happens to light-skinned Black folks who feel like they don't belong.
Right.
There is no way in the dissemination, the effective dissemination of white supremacy, that we would not have dark-skinned women who don't like you because you light-skinned and light-skinned women who don't like you because you dark-skinned. They have been very effective at that division.
Yeah.
I have been told several times, I don't like you because you're light-skinned. Like I get told like, oh, you light-skinned, you're not really black. But like I'm light-skinned because my great-great-great-grandmother was
Let's
raped
hear this again.
Right.
by
Bro, shut the
James
fuck up.
Uhl in Virginia, or in Maryland, I should say, who then subsequently had children every month after that for 12 months with.
She did say that who had children every month after that for 12 months.
She said with. Hold on, play it again. She was said with.
Other slaves that he owned.
Oh, with other slaves.
How do you? Okay, first of all, I'm sorry. Listen. This is my grandmother. Okay. This is my grandmother. My mother is Amanda Seals' skin tone. My mom is fair skin. My dad is my color. Why didn't I end up light like you?
I don't know.
What are you talking? I'm light skinned because a slave owner raped my great great grandmammy. You're light skinned because somebody in your family was light skinned. What are you talking about? What?
Well, and then who cares, right? Because it's nothing. You can't help it. You can't help what happened. Nobody can go back and erase the guy that raped your grandmother and the other 12 slaves he owned for 12 months. Nobody can change that. You are who you are. Like, just get over it.
Why do we give? You're talking about why people give Candace a platform. Why did Shannon Sharp have you on? All you did was spit divisive, ridiculous, antiquated rhetoric that is not relevant in 2024. I have been black for 33 years, bro. Do you know how do you know how it makes me want to sink into my own soul when I hear you people bring up slavery and try to correlate it to me? Do you know how insanely disrespectful it is to call me an African American? Right? I have all these thoughts, but do you see me getting online? You know what? These people keep calling me African American, and that's racist. So what you're really saying is that I'm not from this continent and I come from somewhere else. Like, black people can easily do what she's doing, right? But I don't do it because I understand everybody does not have my understanding. or they don't even know my family's background. And some people are just stuck on stupid like her. They want to use this as an excuse. I don't get why, bro. There's a lot of offensive things that people say in regards to Black people. And most of the time, we just take it on the chin because it's not that big of a deal. I don't like being called African American, but guess what I get called? African American.
I say both. I say both only because, like, I know people who, you know, like they refer to themselves as African American, so that's what I don't even really think about it, but I'm just like, whatever. Like, it doesn't even matter.
But do you see how it's not a big deal, right? We're sitting here talking about it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like, dude, that's offensive. I don't like that shit, right? But I'm not also forcing my will upon you to get you to stop referring to other Black people this way.
Yeah.
I'm simply just, hey, look, this is how I feel as a Black person. But I'm not imposing racism and white supremacy behind why you say this thing. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I wish I could be like Amanda Seales and just complain about being Black all day and talk about how all the ways I'm offended about being Black.
It's a sad life. You know what I mean? It's got to be a sad life to be so miserable all the time, right? And the whole world is against you constantly. Like, that's got to be exhausting. Got to be exhausting.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do a live one day and just talk about all the offensive things that I hear and see if people kind of gravitate to me like they did her. How do you think I'll be? Do you think I'll be successful?
I don't know if I won't say that let me just put it to you this way. She blocks anybody. Like, if you're watching her live, she tells you, if you say anything against me, you're getting blocked. So no matter if you're watching her lives, it's all people that agree with her. Because if you don't agree with her, you get blocked on the spot.
Feminazi. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
freaking
crazy.
And she even said, like, I'm going through the comments on the video on YouTube. Like, she watched it live while it was premiering.
That is bad shit crazy.
And she said she was blocking people that were saying anything negative. It's like, well, it's no wonder you have such a false sense of like reality, because you block out everybody that doesn't agree with you, right? Or say the things that you want to hear them say. Of course, you're going to be disappointed when real life hits you and you find out not everybody thinks the same. Even Black people.
That's crazy, bro.
She told a story about when she was on the set of Insecure that when she walked into her trailer, there was like a picture of Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. And there was a set assistant that came into her. He was a Black gentleman, and he came into her trailer, and she was like, "Hey, brother, did you put this in my trailer?" And he was like, "No, I didn't." And she's like, "Really? Because you're the only militant N on this set, right?" Well, the dude got upset that she called him an N and went to Issa Rae and complained. And they called Amanda in, and they said, "You can't do that. You need to apologize to him." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "We say the N-word on the show." And they're like, "But he did not appreciate that."
Exactly. So you can't even apologize to other Black people that you offended.
Right. Because not all Black people want to be called that.
That part, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna go live one day and say, you know, when you tell me that you are so articulate, oh my gosh, when you say that, you're implying that you ain't never seen an articulate Black person. I'm just gonna do that. Your ass will be laughing the whole time. I'm gonna laugh, but I'm also, you know, I'm gonna try it.
Your hair is so pretty.
Yeah, like, you know, when people come up and touch your braid, that's a microaggression. This is my personal space. Don't be entering my space. Now, I get it. Maybe you ain't never seen a braid before, but you can observe from 50 feet away from me. What the heck? And I'm gonna tag Amanda Seales in it.
You should. Oh my God. You should
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. You should be like, you should put the title, "This is inspired by Amanda Seales," because when she sees that, she's going to think it's like a coup to her, and she's going to come running.
Bro, you don't understand how I'm about to really make this video.
Yeah.
I got to do it live though. I can't do it. I don't like filming myself. I got to do it live.
Yeah. You got to do it on Instagram. That's what she likes. Oh,
I can't wait.
Man.
Oh man.
Well, this is like
Amanda Seales.
Amanda Seales. donkey of the day.
Round of applause.
Oh gosh. I swear this is Tragic Female Tuesday because we got Amanda Seales off the list. Let me check her off. Let's do a quick recap on the Jeannie Mai Jeezy stuff. So I talked about this last week. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, the rapper, they're going through a divorce. And like first he filed for a divorce, which is very rare because most of the time 70% of divorces are initiated by the woman. But for whatever reason, he did. And then he went on a podcast with Mia Long, and she interviewed him, and when asked like what was the demise of your marriage, he was very respectful, and he said, out of respect for the person that I love in my marriage, he's like, I'm not going to sit here and say too much, but we tried to really get through things and we couldn't do it, and he decided it was the end. Jeannie Mai claims she was completely blindsided by the divorce. She said she found out along with everybody else on the internet that he was divorcing her, which was crazy. And then the divorce started to, be processed in the courts, and Jeezy wanted to seal the divorce so that it wasn't public. Then Jeannie Mai hit him with, I'm not going to give you custody of your daughter because your lifestyle. And then he said, well, I'm going to fight for custody because you're traveling all around the place and you're leaving our daughter with uncles and nannies and whatever. And she's in a much better place with me. I'm her father, which I agree. And then Jeannie comes out and says, oh, by the way, he's violent. He, puts guns under the bed, and our daughter found one in a Louis Vuitton bag, and he hit me. And she released these WhatsApp conversations where she had pictures of her legs all bruised up. Turns out that this was a golf cart accident.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Jeezy actually spoke about it, which was crazy. But the text exchange between him and Jeannie in the WhatsApp was crazy because, like, when I read that before I found out that it was a golf accident, it was clear to me he didn't hit her because she was like, baby, look what you did to me. I have dresses to wear tonight. Okay. And then he said, it really bothers me that I put you in danger. It hasn't sat right with me. So of course a dumbass is going to be like, oh, he for sure hit her. First of all, an abuser, an abusee is not going to be like, ha ha ha, look what you did to me. The first thing I thought was they had a night of rough sex. She got a little banged up at the Ritz-Carlton because they had drunk sex or something like that. That's what I thought. Maybe he threw her up against the wall. I don't know. Okay. That's what I thought. And then it turned out my mind would go there, but then it turned out it was a golf cart accident.
Golf cart.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I thought the same thing. I'm like, I didn't think sex with them. Like, they were probably just roughhousing. Does anybody else ever get playful with their spouse where you guys kind of tickle each other and wrestle on the bed? That can easily happen. But not where he says it doesn't sit right with me that I put you in danger like that. You know what I mean? Like saying you put someone in danger, his response, I agree with you, does not give off the vibes that I just beat the crap out of you because I felt like it, or you did something that I didn't like. It just doesn't.
It gives off the vibes like, hey, throw me around a little bit, and I threw you around a little too much.
What I want to say this. I'm channeling my inner Amanda Seales right now. This what you get for thinking that dating outside of your race is going to provide you some sort of peace. That's what you get. That's all I want to say.
She said it or he said it?
People in general, when they got married, including her, they were having conversations about dating outside of race and how she has something to offer that Black women don't have to offer. But as far as I'm concerned, from what I could see, she acted just like a modern Black woman, which is, I'm going to send your ass to jail and I'm going to ruin your life. This is what they accuse Black women of. And listen, I'm not saying that they're not guilty of this. We talk about this often on our show, especially when it comes to crime and all that.
Yeah,
they play a significant role. But I think it's funny how that conversation kind of ceased to exist
Yeah.
during this divorce. No one's bringing that up, especially, you know, the passport bros, the red pill bros. This is an example of a woman who has family from a foreign country, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more conservative than Western culture. And she has been heavily influenced by Western culture to the point where all that I want to be his piece, all that I'm submissive, you know, the pretend roles that these women put on, it went out the window because she's trying to air this dude out.
Yeah. Well, and Jeezy, I don't know if you were like a fan of Jeannie's podcast, Hello Honey, before you married her, but I went back to just do my research on it. And I showed this last week on the show, but she did a whole episode with a podcaster. I forget what the name of the podcast was, where she basically said, I have a temper. And I have a problem with my temper. And when I met Jeezy, it became a problem with him that I had this temper, and he had to check me a few times because I would get like out of control. So that right there, like that was after they got married, but like that right there tells you she has a temper, right? Jeezy, I said on the show, like other than a DUI or 2 DUIs, I don't think Jeezy's ever had any accusations about being violent or whatever. So I'm just going based on like history, right? Yeah. But before she married Jeezy, she did a whole episode with her and her mom where they like had a sit down with a psychiatrist and had this like knockdown, drag out like verbal argument. I
remember that.
Yeah, about her mom and how her mom has a temper and how Jeannie always felt like she wasn't heard, and, you know, the whole environment growing up and this, that, and the other. So she had issues. Like maybe Jeezy had like a Sabaho complex, and he was like, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to save her. I'm going to fix her. I'm going to be her knight in shining armor. But again, like the red pill bros don't talk about that, you know?
Yeah.
The guys that want to do that.
Bros?
Yeah. Yeah. So now she has released these photos, and these are photos of Jeezy walking through the house holding a firearm. And this is her proof. See, remember last week, people, when we were looking at the pictures, we couldn't tell what this was. Well, these are the guns under the mattress. And then here is a weapon that she probably pulled out from underneath the bed, because I doubt it was just laying there. And here he is walking through his house, with a firearm as well. That is obviously caught on the house camera, which big freaking deal, because if I had a house camera, you would have seen me last week walking through my house holding a weapon, because, you know, Dave left his handgun. He went on a trip. He couldn't take it with him. So he left his handgun. So I brought it upstairs. Right. So if I had cameras in my house, you would have seen me walking through the house with the handgun. Yeah. Okay. When I make the bed, I move the weapon that's right next to the bed as well. Like, big deal. Exactly. This doesn't prove anything.
Man, look, this is kind of messed up. Not kind of. It's actually really messed up that she's participating in this, because, you know, your kids grow up, bro. And your kids remember. There's certain things that, like, my daughter was like, Mom, remember when you got so mad that you like punched a hole in the door? And I was like, you remembered that? Like, my memory just started jogging, and I was like, damn. Yeah. She was like 4 years old. That means that event did something to her. But just be mindful of your kids, man. It's like she doesn't care about. She's using her daughter as a tool. To me, this is a prime example. Of a mother using her daughter as like some sort of bargaining chip against the man, because she has to know that a lot of these claims are being exposed as false. Like, there's no way she's this delusional into thinking that
there's a
nothing's
way
going to come from this. Is there really? See, this is what I mean. This goes back to that conversation we had earlier about autism.
Yeah.
I think people use the excuse of crazy to be crazy, but they're not really crazy, and they know exactly what they're doing. Like, why in society, why can't a woman like this just be a diabolical, nasty woman?
Yeah.
Like, and know what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is a way that she could be this crazy. She's just crazy. Like, that's just...
No, she's not crazy. She's just a bitch.
Yeah.
No crazy attached to it.
When I say crazy, like sometimes like when I Like when I say, "Oh, I'm so crazy," like I don't mean actually like
Yeah.
crazy. I mean like I'm
I
fun
do.
crazy, like I'm wild, like woo crazy, like
See,
you
that's
know?
we have so many words that are like interchangeable. When I say crazy, I'm
Yeah.
saying like you can't help yourself.
Oh,
There's really something wrong with you.
I use like you're a psychopath. You're like psychotic.
Psycho, is that like a stronger version of
Psycho.
crazy?
Yeah, because you
Okay.
can't turn like you're so psycho. Like that's not. There's no way you can flip that. Like you're. If I say you're psycho, like if I say you're crazy, girl, like that could mean a lot of
Yeah.
things. Like oh, you're crazy
Yeah.
for saying that. You're so funny.
Okay.
If I say psycho, that's legit. That's just certified.
See, maybe it's
Moody
because
bin.
I'm younger. Because
Yeah.
I'll say if my kids are just being super silly, I'll be like, why are you acting so psycho right now?
Yeah.
But I'm not really calling them psycho. Okay, well,
Yeah.
nevertheless, then she's a very psychotic individual.
She is.
Like something is wrong with her. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And you know
Yeah.
you're getting. Does she not know that news publications are putting at the bottom of the source that she got this during a golf cart situation? So where was the abuse?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, she doesn't backtrack and say, like, "Oh, my bad, I forgot." You know, and then she like puts out some report from the Ritz-Carlton that showed, you know, that they did like an incident report. Nowhere on there does it say anybody was abused. It just said that there was like an argument. Okay, like when people are drunk and they have like an argument, a couple or whatever. The Ritz-Carlton is, you know, a 5+ star resort. Of course, they're gonna make an incident because what if you go up to your room and kill each other? They got to document that.
Oh man. Shameless plug real quick. The owner of Limitless, which is the debate server that I was telling you about, is actually here in the chat. If you guys want some awesome debates, I mean real debates, none of the not Instagram, but none of the Discord Love and Hip Hop series or the Discord Chronicles, not that. If you want an actual debate, check out this server. They have cool debates in there. They play games. It's a little community that he's setting up. I like going in there. There's always a like Christian debate going on, political debates. So go check it out. Don't be a boomer like Mo. I dropped the Discord link, you know, in the comment sections all over our social medias. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Don't be like Mo.
Yeah. Okay. So since we're talking about psychos or crazy women, let's talk about Pilar Sanders, the ex-wife of Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Now we know why she's the ex-wife of Deion Sanders. So Deion Sanders, you guys know him. He's the head coach at the Colorado State University. And his daughter, Shalomi, was playing basketball for the women's basketball team at Colorado State. All of Deion's kids are with him at Colorado, and that's great, right? So he took to a podcast, and we're going to play a little bit of her comments and his comments, but he took to a podcast where he was asked about Shalomi announcing that she was going to be going to an HBCU in Alabama. Alabama A&M is where she accepted a position on the basketball team there. I didn't think anything of it until I was perusing TikTok and I started to see these videos of her mother saying some crazy stuff. And I was just like, this is not very becoming of a good mother. And I really don't understand like all the portal stuff and how that works and like committing and not committing, but just looking at it from like a very black and white, like not knowing anything about anything perspective. I thought it was in very poor taste what the mother went on and said about Deion, because Deion basically said Shalomi's decision to enter the portal was stupid.
Oh man.
And we could debate what he said and how he said it, but let's take a listen of the video she posted with Shalomi sitting right next to her, speaking to Deion.
Stunted in that like 17, 18-year-old mindset, bro. Why would you do that in front of your kid?
In front of your kid. Exactly. That's what I said. Here we go.
I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you. And I will always be here supporting you because I'm a real mama who's present. You always talk about a present person. Don't stop talking about a present parent. Don't make me say more than I have to say. Stop talking about getting her parent.
Super, like, can you at least act like you support me?
What?
Weird.
Who supported it if he is the one who thought about it?
Calling your father weird, bro?
News of Shalomi's decision to enter the portal, and her dad saying that it's basically stupid, or the decision or whatever is stupid.
Shalomi Mai enters the transfer portal.
Yeah, which was stupid.
Okay. A lot of people.
You don't enter the portal. You get a team. You kind of get a team before you enter the portal. You don't. That's what I would advise a child. And I know, well, it's illegal. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Everybody knows somebody knows somebody.
Yeah.
You kind of want them to do something, and she has been truly advised. No, you got to understand, I'm a father, man. I'm a real father. I'm a real man. I'm a real dad. Where I come from, and historically, kids follow their parents. When do parents start following the kids?
Yep.
That don't work in my book. That don't work where I'm from. I'm the leader of the family. So I've been dictating where my kids go, not them dictating where I go. I'm happy. I'm cool. I'm sound in Boulder. I love it 100%. And we're going to build a monument. You know those mountains out like that you overlook the stadium?
Oh, yeah.
I want my head on one of them.
Shalomi Mai.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? She kept going on her YouTube channel. That's from her YouTube channel.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I can give my like anecdotal kind of relation to something like this. When your kid gets to the point of calling you weird, it's either because they're being heavily influenced by the other parent that you're no longer with, or because they've had just a very piss poor experience with you as a parent. I don't think she's had a very poor experience with her father, because he seems to be very instrumental in his son's lives. I think her mom is just giving her ill advice, teaching her, like, you're teaching this girl who has an active father, okay, to disrespect that active father because he's not following what the child wants him to be doing. Instead of listening to your dad, who has clearly had success, right? All this success, all this amazing, he's probably arguably one of the biggest NFL players on this planet.
Yeah.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad's on TV 24/7. He's helping your brothers. Why wouldn't you follow that unless you were being advised to do something else? So clearly her mom is in her ear, which is very unfortunate, right? It's kind of effed up. Telling her to not listen to her father, which creates the breed of women that we see now. A bunch of modern, they're hybrid beings, bro. Like, they are. You're raising drones to hate men.
Yeah.
Like, you're raising your daughter to disrespect leadership. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. Now, hopefully her father can get a hold of her and get her back on the right path. But that's going to be a monster when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
If she even decides to be with a man. Because we know a lot of those players come out lesbians.
Well, that's what the comments did say, that she was following her girlfriend to Alabama.
Wow. So she's got a girl. Wow.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. As far as I knew, she was interested in boys, but whatever. I don't really care about that. There's a couple of things about this that I personally think. So, number one, I totally understand a young woman who wants to explore her independence, right? She wasn't playing. My understanding is she wasn't playing much at Colorado. And, her mom even explained that she got into Colorado. Everybody knows she went to Colorado because her dad was there. They already had their roster. They already had their recruits. Like, she wasn't part of the team ever, from the start. But didn't really play much. So I understand, as a young woman, you want to go independence, you want to explore that a little bit. And then I understand Dion saying, hey, I'm the leader of this family. I need to protect my children, and I can only do that when they're with me. Now, the other side of that is, and I know this as a parent, is you can only do that for so long, right? And then you do need to allow your kids to make their own mistakes and go off and do their own thing, right? Where I don't agree, and where this whole situation is very unique, because we have a very public figure like Deion Sanders, is that probably something that started as a very typical conversation between a young woman and her father, like, Dad, I want to go do this. And he's like, no, you need to do this, right? Is now playing out in the public eye.
Yeah.
And the two people, I think really the mother, because until Dion was asked about it, he didn't speak on this. The mother has now made it everybody's business what's going on.
Yeah. And I don't know, but if I think my kid's decision is stupid, I'm going to say it's stupid.
Yeah. But again, on a public level, I would say that too to my kid, right? But when you're on a platform that millions of people are going to watch because everybody's going to watch Deion Sanders getting interviewed, and you call your daughter's decision stupid there, even though it probably is a stupid decision, he could have said it wasn't the smartest idea. And I was against it.
But what does it matter? If it was a stupid decision, why shouldn't she know? Like, full send, this was a dumb decision. I don't know. I think to me that sounds like coddling.
No, she should know. She should know. I'm saying I don't think the whole world needs to know how he and her had a conversation. Yeah, but I would have still said, even if I was asked, I would have been like, that's like if your marriage is breaking up and somebody says, well, what happened? Just because you're asked, you're going to tell the whole damn story? No.
Well, I think marriage and talking about entering a transfer portal are two different things.
True.
I think it's stupid that you did that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is just me being a young parent, but if I think your decision is stupid, and let's just say this blows up, right? And my kids follow him, me and their father's footsteps, and they get involved in politics, and they come on here and they say, man, I get interviewed and they're like, man, your daughter was on the podcast the other day saying something, and I would be like, yeah, that was a stupid comment she made. And if she had a problem, right, she can always come to me and say, I didn't appreciate you saying that, or that made me feel some type of way. I'm going to acknowledge how you feel, but I'm not going to apologize for saying what I think about your decision.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to do that, because then you're asking me to, like, once again, pander to your feelings instead of listening to why I'm saying this is stupid.
Yeah.
You're stuck on the word stupid.
Well, again, you could say to their face, you're fucking stupid. You're an idiot. It's the stupidest decision you ever made. Again, I think you can say whatever you want to your child. That's your child. But I just feel like on a public level, neither the mother or him should have escalated that, because I am the mother of a daughter. And I know that if somebody would be like, yeah, did you see that picture your daughter put up or whatever? And I'd be like, yeah, that's stupid. She would get upset with me that I called her stupid on my public platform.
You didn't call her stupid though.
No, I'm saying if I did say that, she would be like, Mom, you call me stupid? You have like all these followers. Like, what are you doing? Again, I can to her face call her stupid and be like, that's the dumbest decision you made. I just feel family things, and maybe this is me, but family things are not for public consumption. It is not content. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I've ever made public, and this was with the permission of Gabby, and she was sitting right next to me, was when we talked about what she went through with her mental health struggles. And I said, do you want to come on my channel and tell the story yourself? And she did. I would have never said anything otherwise had she not wanted to do that. I just think that family issues are not for public consumption, good or bad.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a family issue. I think that's comparing apples to oranges. I think people are making it a family issue because the mother came out and spoke, but he was asked about a public decision that his daughter made. How is that a family issue? That's, you made a public decision. People are talking about this very public thing, and I think this decision was dumb. That's not family stuff.
It is though. Well, it is though if there's some type of discourse like in the family on the decision you made.
I don't know. That to me, that would be like me being offended that my family, did an interview and said they think that I was stupid for voting for Trump. Like, that's their opinion. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be like, you should have said that to me privately behind closed doors. Like, okay, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. You think it was a dumb decision. Are you calling me stupid? No, you're saying you think I made this dumb decision. I can't get sensitive and be like, you shouldn't have said that. Like, I did this publicly. They're commenting on it publicly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen, if I was like this big, huge, like everybody knew me type of person, and like, you know, Dave threw me down a flight of stairs and somehow it got in like the People magazine, right? And somebody asked me, did Dave throw you down a flight of stairs? My answer would be, number one, I don't speak about family issues.
To me, that we're comparing apples to oranges.
No, but I'm just saying, like, to me, it does not matter what it is. Like, you see, I don't post anything about my family online. I just don't, and neither do you. But
no.
I just feel like, even with Dion's sons, you know, like, and his podcast, I in my heart of hearts, I think that like them constantly being, I don't want to say used because they're willingly there, but like when you constantly put your family out there for public consumption, it's going to eventually create a problem. You know what I mean? It's going to create, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. There comes a point where you start letting people into your situation all the time, the good, the bad, the fun, the trips, the whatever. And then now they feel like, okay, we own a piece of you. We can comment on everything you have to say. You know, we can make things bigger than they really are. I just feel like if it was wrong for Pilar, his wife, to say what she said, then I think Dion could have handled that question a little bit differently. I don't think he needed to say stupid on the podcast. He could have said it all day long to her. But I think he just should have said, I just don't think that was the best decision. Her and I spoke about that. And ultimately she made her decision. You know what I mean?
That seems like policing language, which.
Well.
Wow.
Oh, we got some big back behavior.
Ew. Like, I'm about to fuck up this 15-piece Wingstop. Okay, listen, sir, you got it.
You got it. Big back song. Big back, big back.
But she's a child. I don't think
she's not a child.
19 is a child. I don't know. I'm a tough cookie. I want my children to be tough. I want them to understand how to take constructive criticism. I want them to learn how to extrapolate the meaning behind what someone is saying. Like, learn how to read between the lines. Don't walk around feeling like someone owes you something. And of course, like I just said, my door is always open if they're like, yo, that bothered me.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. You know, people how I see how I am with my kids.
Yeah.
I run a tight ship, but there is room for them to explain to me how they feel.
Absolutely.
I'm going to listen to how you feel, but you're not going to tell me what I can and can't say.
Listen, I 100% agree. All I'm saying is not everything.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah.
Mo just had a liberal moment.
Why? Like, because I don't want to share information. Yeah. I mean, listen, when it comes to family, y'all, I am just very protective of my family. It does not matter what is going down. Like, I am never, ever, ever, no matter how juicy it is, going to use my family for content. Never going to do it. Not even my friends. I'm not even going to do that to my friends. Like, if you're like a really good friend of mine, I'm never going to use what's going on in your life for content, you know?
So if I did something, right, and it blew up on the internet,
yeah,
and you get an interview and they say, hey, Mo, what do you think about, you know, what Soonie did? You're not going to, I'm not
going to slam you. Even if I thought it was the dumbest thing.
Not slam me, but be honest with you wouldn't be honest with like, this is what I think about it. You would reserve that?
Well, okay, here's how it would go. So depending on what it was, like if you did something crazy and it blew up, right? And I'm like, dang, Soonie, that's like wild. Like, you know, I'm going to be asked about that because we have a show together. Like, how do you, I would have been like, how do you want me to handle that? Now, if you said, dude, I know you didn't like it, but go ahead and say what you want. If you gave me the green light, then yes, I would. I would. But if we hadn't had a conversation about it, or, you know, I just didn't want to talk about it, I would dance around. I wouldn't like dance around like in the sense of like, oh, I'm not going to answer that. You know, I'd just be like, you know, Sootie's always been a girl who runs to the beat of her own drum, and she's never going to change. And that's what I love about her. And that's how I would answer that question.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would extend that. I would extend that courtesy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just like I feel a sense of like I feel like he does. I feel a sense of responsibility to what my kids are doing. And I also agree with you that there is a time and a place where I have to relinquish that, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna eventually take what we've taught them and go off on their own. But no, I would feel very passionate about what they did. And to me, my action or my demonstration of being vocal about how I feel about what you did would signal something in their brain to be like, oh, dang, shoot, mom's talking about this publicly.
Yeah.
That's just how my mind works.
Yeah.
Because this is because they are so in the limelight.
Yeah.
Their dad is Deion Sanders. They're never
Right.
going to be able to get away from that.
Right.
Now, someone like us, fine. No. Would I get on a podcast and talk about my private matters of what school my kid chose?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. But that's also because I'm not in the limelight.
Yeah.
My face is here, but nobody knows who my kids are. And they
Right.
never will. Even if my kids do go off to do sports and have scholarships, it would probably be a long time before somebody would be like, oh, damn, yo, that's Soonie's kid, because nobody knows who my children are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's kind of what makes this all the more fucked up. And again, my whole problem was not with Deion, not even with Shalomi, but was with the woman.
The mother,
because I'm like, yes, because I'm just like, first of all, I am never a fan of a woman bashing the father of her children, no matter what. I don't care what he did to you. I don't care if he hung you by your toes outside of a window. You keep your mouth shut, and you certainly don't do it with your daughter right next to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where I thought, like, that's just disrespectful. And you know exactly what you're doing because Deion Sanders is your ex. I never heard Deion say a bad word about you. And here you go talking about, don't make me say more than I have to say. What?
That's understood. I agree with that.
Yes. Listen, in case you haven't already figured this out, I'm a loyal bitch. Okay. I'm a loyal bitch. I'm like street loyal. You know what I mean? Like the code of the streets.
I think we both have that though. Like, I remember we had just started to become cool.
Yeah.
Me and Mo. And there was a live. Somebody was talking reckless as fuck. I can't remember who it was, but they had so many people on this live, and I had cammed up, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't like what your friend was saying," and I'm like, "You may not like what she's saying, but what you're not gonna do is lie and get disrespectful. Like that's not what you're gonna do."
Yeah.
So I feel the same sense of protection over you, right?
Yeah.
But if we were constantly in the limelight, Mo.
Yeah.
Let's just say we had a YouTube channel where we vlogged and then we vlogged together and then we did certain things, Christmas dinner, right? And our kids are constantly there. Our husbands are constantly there. People are seeing our families, right? And eventually our families break off from an extension of what we do and they start their own shit.
Yeah.
We're going to publicly comment on what they're doing.
I don't know. I can't say. No, I'm telling you. No, I am telling you. I am like street loyal. You know what I mean? Like I'm street loyal. Like I'm not that kind of girl.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of girl. Dude, I'm telling you, like some shit could go down in my house and you would never know. Because number one, I'd have like a total I'd have like a total poker face. You would never know.
Yeah. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
You would never know what happened in my house. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even have an inkling of slightly of what something happened. But what you would know is I'm irritated.
Yeah. Well, because
I can't hide that.
The only way you might know is because I will completely remove myself from social media.
Yeah.
Like if something really bad happens, I don't in my opinion, I don't know anybody an explanation. I'm gone. Like I literally will send you a message and I'll be like, hey, Soonie, some shit went down. I can't tell you why or what, but show's over. And I will not apologize to anybody. I won't do anything. Like, I just don't. There's people I owe my loyalty to, and there's people I don't. And that's just like how it would be. So anyways, yay. Looks like you guys were Timo on that one. Hey, at least I got a Timo. Hey, hi, little baby.
We have a guest.
A guest speaker. Okay. Let's move on. We talked about Shalomi. We talked about Jeannie Mai. You want to talk about the pride flag?
Yeah, let's talk about that. And then I have to go. Can we save that you know what protest topic for Friday? Because I do have something I want to add to that. And I'll send you all the information. It's actually pretty crazy. You're gonna be like, what the
No problem. I kind of wanted to put that towards the end because I was like, well, I don't want to like completely zap our freaking viewership from the very beginning. All right. So guys, the pride flag.
Pride flag.
This is the new pride flag. It got a makeover. Actually, I think that there is even a newer pride flag than this.
What?
Yeah.
How often do they wait a minute. First of all, how did you find this?
So our friend Right Wing Angel, who I'm going to go to his page right now, he posted about it. Sorry, my computer's like super slow right now. Okay. So he had posted about it. What the fuck? Okay. Fucking Oliver. Okay, so this is the pride flag. It has gotten hella busy. All right, so the updates include the umbrella, this right here in the background, which represents sex workers. The sex workers now have representation on the pride flag.
What?
It's also a place to represent those activists who were or still are sex workers. The purple circle, surrounded by two yellow circles, represents the intersex. What?
The purple circle.
Yeah, the purple circle. The purple.
It sounds like you're talking about someone's bunghole. The purple circle.
Yeah, like I'm giving a tour of somebody's asshole. And here you see the purple circle.
I'm sorry, that was childish.
The purple circle is surrounded by two yellow circles representing the intersex community. It wraps around the chevron, which is this right here, showing that intersex people can be of any gender, race, sexuality, or identity. What?
Duh.
What a mess.
Deep to deep.
So it looks like it went from what? It went from okay. So
it literally went from a rainbow to this madness. That like it was just a rainbow.
Go ahead, put yours up, or you want me to put it up?
I don't even have anything. That's a video that I wanted for you guys to look. Like this is a part of that community. I wonder if he's gonna fly this flag.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what all the colors meant. So red means life, orange means healing, yellow is new ideas, green is prosperity. Like the idea to add the chevron and the umbrella. Blue is serenity, violet is spirit, black and brown are people of color, white, blue, pink are trans people, and yellow, purple circle is the intersex. Oh, Jesus. What a freaking mess.
Purple circle. Okay, so where's if they promote serenity, then why is there so much chaos in that purple circle?
It is wrapped around the umbrella, girl, because they don't know what this is.
Confusion. This is not even art. This is like, you know, when the psychologist, is that what they call them? The psychologist, when you're in their office, whatever you call them,
psychiatrist. The
psychiatrist, when you're actually insane or psychotic, and they hold these blobs up in front of you, and they're like, "What do you see?"
Yeah.
you're supposed to say what you see.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like I'm looking at with this. Like, y'all, somebody's psychiatrist just drew this up for them, and then y'all morphed it into a flag. There's no way. This is not real.
It's the ugliest thing ever.
It's ugly.
But you know what? It is a great representation of how really fucked up these people are.
You're right.
It really
Shout out
truly
to
does
Mo, bro.
represent the umbrella, the circle, the chevron, the stripes.
Wait, say it again. What is the circle called?
The purple circle. That's gonna be our new line.
Purple circle.
It's the purple circle. What's his name? Loza, if you're listening, that's your new hit, Purple Circle.
Purple circle. That's funny. Oh my gosh, bro.
Cash says it's beautiful. No, it's not.
Cash, get out of here telling fibs. You the reason that I'm in jail right now for 30 days.
Oh yeah, I heard everybody on Soonie's
Can't make no money, can't do nothing. They said those $11 you made, give me that. I'm like, dang, bro.
Who made $11 off your life?
I made $11 off of my content. You know, I've been having some videos go crazy and I've been monetizing them. Dang, he said take that L. Dang. You see how friends do you, bro? See how friends do you?
Not this friend.
Messed up.
Not this friend. Wait, before you go, can you just tell me, like, what did you think about? Okay, so remember I told you that whole, I'm going to show the audience when you leave, but the Blair White on Alex Stein. So I was kind of disappointed because I saw our friend Abel Garcia sitting on the couch, but he was there to debate Blair White.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we take everything I said back.
Right now. I did a video on this. I think it's rather strange for a heterosexual man to think it's funny to want to tuck his, you know what?
Yeah.
On a conservative platform. Blaze is a renowned conservative platform, bro. You know, they have some amazing journalists on there, investigative journalists. You got Mark Levin. You have, you know, I'm still gonna give Glenn Beck his respect because he's an amazing investigative journalist. But the guy's a freaking Zionist, you know.
Yeah.
They have Chad Prather there. They have Jason Whitlock there. They have a lot of amazing people on their roster.
Mm-hmm.
And it really shocked me to see him do that. I was like, you did not just get on a syndicated show and pretend to tuck your Peter.
I couldn't believe it.
And then think it's funny. Talk about, I'm going to break the internet. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Put a 1 in the chat if you saw this. If you didn't, I'm about to play it. All right. So here's our friend Abel Garcia. If you guys didn't watch our interview with him, we actually interviewed with Abel way in the beginning about his detransitioning. He's a male and he transitioned to a woman and then transitioned back to a male. Or I don't even want to say transition back to a male. He just went back to his normal state. But we talked to him a lot about his the issues with everything he's had to deal with because of that. But this is Blair White. Like, what a freakazoid. Okay. Look at this face. Like, it's the scariest thing ever. And Blair is a male who transitioned to be a female. So here's the scene here.
Your stripes pretty well, to be honest.
I mean, you know, you can do a lot of things, but
your stripes changed a lot.
But you know, in my heart.
Okay, this is a tuck.
Oh my God, I thought he was gonna jump me.
Okay, all right. Now, how do we tuck with this? Should I?
Blair, I got you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love it.
So, Jimmy, what should I do? Should I take off my jeans or should I keep the jeans on?
I would have got up.
Okay, all right.
Get the hot dog?
Yeah, go get the hot dog. Jimmy, go get the hot dog real quick. Okay, let me make sure before let me make sure. I got to get my mic pack and my. Oh my gosh! Yeah, we need some tape. Come on, Lila, we need some tape.
I wasn't even gonna use it. But
this is gonna be insane. I'm sorry. I know you guys can't see me. We did not plan this, but Blair is gonna teach me how to do a live tucking demonstration. This is gonna break the internet. Okay.
Can I just hook this on my back?
Yeah. Okay. Here, let me.
Okay. This needs to happen.
Let me. The drop trowel. Okay, Jimmy, are we gonna get canceled for this?
Probably.
Nope. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay, I got my boxers on.
This is crazy.
So,
is that a kid, bro?
Blair, don't move.
That's like his set assistant. She's weird.
Is she like stunted in her growth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fixing the mic for you.
Okay, you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm in my boxers as a biological male. I have my boxers, as you can see. I kind of tuck into my boxers. You can see, not huge, but I'm a man, right, Lila?
Right.
Okay.
Visible.
So
Oh.
So maybe.
I mean, that's cheating. Let's be real.
No,
That's
is this cheating? So
What
if I have
the
this,
fuck?
this is my woman's.
I didn't see this
bikini
part.
bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You got a
let's
hot
say
dog, bro?
This
Oh, hell
is
no.
the wing.
Bruh.
Okay. So first of all, this needs to be pulled up way higher. You need some pressure on the nuts.
Okay, that is
Bruh.
hurting. That is hurting. So what do? I
You
just
thought it was gonna feel good?
no. I guess I didn't. And then do I need to tape anything back? Like,
Okay, so you need to get the shaft, that's the word, and just
shaft?
push it back.
Okay, so I get
Bro.
the dog, and I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stuff the dog.
Right.
Because we want to be able to where you cannot see it. Like, yeah, I feel like you can kind of see. I don't. Can you get close? Can you still see the dog?
Bro.
No, it's pretty good.
Is that good?
You can still see the.
Bro.
Okay. Let me put it there. Now, what are
Y'all
we?
are complaining about.
Well, now, I mean, this is itty bitty tape. I don't
Oh
know.
my god. I didn't watch all
How do I-
this.
So
This long?
Yeah.
yeah, you got to go all the way back.
Wait, are
Bro.
you kidding me? I gotta tape it
Bro.
underneath this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can,
Use this as
can
a
we pause
t-shirt.
it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to ruin the fun for people. I'm just getting very uncomfortable. You people wanted to boycott Disney for their attempt at subverting your children and just Americans alike. But you're laughing at this grown ass man pretend to tuck his schlong with a hot dog next to a full-blown man who thinks he's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But Disney had to go. And you keep zooming in on his private area, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? Dylan Mulvaney was a problem. You needed to boycott that beer. Disney.
Right.
Who else? Target. I'm sure we can keep going, right? But this is funny. I didn't see all this.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Yeah. And you
Can
know
we
what's
clip this
crazy?
and post it? If
Yeah.
at all possible.
Yeah, you and I probably should do like our separate reaction to this. Actually, we need to film some
What in
reactions
the
anyway.
world, bro?
But you know, didn't Steven Crowder get in trouble for like being inappropriate with his staff?
Yeah.
Like this is incredibly inappropriate. Like if you're going to compare apples to apples, and all that needs to happen is Alex, you need to, I'm surprised your whole little sexual text exchange with Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't cancel you to begin with. For those of you guys that don't know about that one, was it Marjorie Taylor Greene? Him and Marjorie,
Yeah,
right?
it was Marjorie Taylor Greene, yeah.
Right. You know, this is completely inappropriate. And you're one bad move away from this coming back to haunt you because your staff is going to be like, oh my gosh, we had to sit there and watch. Like, this is disgusting.
We had to zoom in on his crotch area to see his freaking bulge.
Yeah.
On top of a hot dog.
And Blaze is supposed to be conservative news media? What?
But you know what happens, Mo? Conservatives say nothing. They sit back and they think it's funny, but let a Democrat do something like this.
Yes.
Let a Democrat be on CNN or CNN, the app, and have one of their shows pop up and they're sitting up there tucking dicks, and then let somebody be on the set that looks like a child. You know the first thing they're gonna do? They're pedophiles.
Yeah.
They're groomers. Oh my gosh, how is this allowed on TV? You're allowed to do this on an app. You would be conservatives, but because it's Alex Stein, I think he was making fun. You should go look at the comments on this post that I put out. I think he was making a joke. I don't think it's that big of a deal, Soonie. I think you might be being a little emotional about it. No, I'm not being emotional. He is pretending to tuck his dick.
And look at now she's
then
putting money in the back of his pants.
And then he's shaking his. Come on, and y'all got problems with the drag queens? What in the world?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're doing a reaction to this. Ain't no way.
Yeah. Look at this.
And he's gyrating.
Yes.
Alex Stein, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Man, y'all see, yeah, just look. You got me stuttering. conservatives are woke too. Y'all are fake woke people. And then I don't.
Oh,
What is he
no.
saying? What? That's sexual harassment.
Hold
right
on,
there.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. Hold on, let's see.
Got that tough, friendly.
Hey, you know what? It kind of works. They're not bouncing.
That's what I'm saying. You can't bounce.
That's stability.
Abel, is this giving you PTSD? What? Don't leave, Abel. Dude, don't leave.
He's running
Does
away.
this make you want to tuck it a little?
No.
You don't miss this a
This
little?
is
Because like you can't even tell. If you're looking at me right now, you would have no idea that I have a hot dog in my pants.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, you didn't know
You
that.
should have put one of mine. I could have pulled mine out next.
Okay.
Well,
Bada boom.
all right.
This has been the really most bizarre struggle session of my life.
Wow.
This has been.
Yeah, we're all going to hell for this.
Yeah, it's probably going to be at least purgatory. Okay.
And then they're
now-
mocking God.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna rage quit. Okay.
She's gonna rage quit. And then he's sitting there in his underwear.
Wow. 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 When are we
hot
gonna do a reaction? Can we do a reaction tomorrow? Are you
Yeah.
free tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Please. You got to add this to the reaction. What we did here. What in the actual blip?
Yeah. I know.
Candace. Now look. See, I didn't say this yet. I'm gonna say this before I go. Candace, it's been 4 good long weeks, girl. You went from London, told everybody that you were a Catholic, came back, and then left to go to Mexico.
It's her birthday. Happy
time-
birthday, Candace.
It's my husband's birthday. Forget her birthday right now. We ain't talking about her birthday. Ma'am, you need to come back. Okay? I need you to talk about Alex Stein. I need all the people who came out against Steven Crowder to now come out against this disgusting prick because he decided to gyrate his in his boxers. You guys realize he's in his boxers?
Yeah.
With the set of underwear on top of it?
Yeah. Holding a hot dog. He's still
and then you
like
got the T word, the T in the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Talking about I should have pulled mine out too. This is why I get mad when y'all call that thing a she. This is why I get mad.
Yeah.
And I get it. People are like, well, it presents as this. I know, but we all know that's not a she. Come on.
We need to actually, we should get, somebody suggested Bryson should react. We should get Bryson to do the reaction with us.
I already tried. This is funny. I'll show you guys real quick. I'll show you a portion of it.
And he said, I ain't going to watch that.
It was so funny. When did I send it to him? So this is me texting Bryson, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, hey, react to this. And he says, ew, I can't even watch that. He's not gonna react to it, bro. He's gonna do this.
Yeah. And if he were to see the whole thing, it'd be even worse.
Oh man. You know what? I reached out to Carmen and Carmen wants to do a show with us. So maybe we should bring Carmen on for this reaction. Not the reaction that we're gonna do, but maybe we should bring her on.
She's
and
funny.
Like, react to our reaction, like do a reaction to our reaction and then watch people. Bro, that's nasty. That's nasty. That whole thing is nasty. And Candace, it's been 4 weeks. You're in Mexico. I need you to come back and do this reveal because I'm tired of waiting.
Soonie is so mad. Like, I think I'm gonna clip this and send and like just tag Candace and be like, Soonie needs you to come back. Like, she's dying to know what you know. I'm just gonna clip all the time Soonie just got mad that Candace still hasn't spoken out. And then she's just continuously just like taunting Soonie because she's just
people think I'm lying, bro. I unfollowed her because she's not coming out and saying what I need her to be saying. She's not being followed right now. You need to hurry up. And I'm not following you back until you come back.
Oh gosh. And then you're gonna be back
go
on
to her page and be like, what did she post today? Nothing. Okay,
so I was about to say, so you do go check her page to see.
I
if
do.
she's like,
I check her YouTube and I've been checking her Twitter like, bitch.
Dude, Candace is just sitting in Mexico and she's like, oh man.
Gosh.
That's so funny.
Well, I got to dip, guys. It's my husband's birthday and I have to go celebrate with him. I missed
Happy
you, Mo.
birthday.
I haven't been here. I feel like I haven't been here for weeks.
I know. Both of us have been super busy, and it's just life. So
It's life, and y'all.
Usually we talk throughout the week, and like we
didn't even talk throughout the week, bro.
This is the first time. Like she sent me like a message this morning, and she's like, "It's Kyle's birthday," and I was like, "Oh, cute! Happy birthday, Kyle!" And that was like the first message because usually we talk about topics throughout the week, but like, nah, we've been so busy. I've been so busy. She's been so busy. It's that time of year.
And the baby's getting into all my items. You know,
That's
she's
the other thing.
fully walking now. I will see you guys Friday, and I'm gonna reach out to Carmen and we'll see if we can get her on. But I'm be looking forward to this reaction of us doing reacting to Alex Stein. I did not see all that. Now I want to watch it from a certain point all the way through. That's crazy.
I'd be telling you, you got to watch the whole thing.
Crazy. You're right.
Your generation loves the small content.
You're right.
Content. Anyways.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna see you.
Bye, Soonie. All right, guys. I'm going to show you guys one more clip just to close it out with bang. Okay. Because this is like a real short one. There's really not much to talk about here because the interview had almost zero substance whatsoever. But the Drew Barrymore show, it is like, I don't know what should be canceled more, the Drew Barrymore show or The View. I can't decide which one I hate more, but I really, truly just every day goes by, Drew Barrymore annoys the living, what out of me. Because number one, she's just like all up in people's faces. Like her interviews are just like so unprofessional and mushy. And I just feel like we're just sitting in a counseling session of hers. But she had Kamala Harris on. I watched the whole interview. It was like dumb. Before this, to put some context around what she says in this clip, is she was talking about Kamala being a stepmother to Doug, her husband's children. And she was like, well, I really don't like the word stepmother. So my bonus children, or whatever you want to call them, call me Mamala. Okay. So that's where the Mamala came from. But check this out, y'all. Like, this was just so incredibly annoying. I just wanted to like throw up in my mouth.
Thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
Yeah. Even Kamala's face was just like, yeah, she knows she ain't doing anything with the country. She hasn't done anything. And what is she talking about? We need her to be Mamala. No, we don't. We need her to be Gonala. Gonala, not Mamala. Gone. Oh, God.
I've been thinking that we...
That's it. That's all she wrote. That was like the most interesting part of the interview. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys as a closeout. But we will have a show on Friday. So don't worry. I know some of you guys have been like, you guys are always taking Fridays off. Don't worry. We'll be back on Friday. But it could be up in the air on whether we do every Friday, because Soonie's got moving coming up and family coming in town. So you guys will just have to wait and see, but we will be back on Friday. We'll be posting some shorts, and make sure that you give those shorts a like and a share. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it, and have an excellent rest of your night and a good Wednesday tomorrow. Bye guys.
So when you're done getting high, it's over when the party's over. Where you going when the party's over?